will be protected by God.
And welcome back to Atreyu News. It is now Saturday, December 2nd of 2017. I have returned, victorious once again. But this time, I'm not the only one. Breaking, the Senate passes tax cuts 51 to 49. Breaking, tax bill passes. Boom. Are you sick of winning yet? Because I'm not. The Tax Cuts and Job Act has passed in the Senate with a vote of 51 to 49. Bob Corker was the one Republican opposed to these tax cuts. And here I thought it was going to be McCain again. Let's take a look.
On this vote, the yeas are 51 and the nays are 49. The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, as amended, is passed.
Now we see that there is just one Republican who did not vote for the bill, meaning 100% of the Democrats stood against it. So if we are unable to find middle ground with the lefty communist Democrat sympathizers, then why should we appease? What the hell for? Why should we even budge an inch? The answer, we shouldn't. So if the left and the Democrats refuse to be involved in helping America become great once again, then screw them. But remember this, no man survives when freedom fails. The best men rot in filthy jails, and those who cry appease, appease are hanged by those they tried to please. And a truer statement I could not think of. Now, the main reason why I say because the Democrats don't vote for anything that the Republicans want, whether it be good in their eyes or bad, they care not. They couldn't care less. But the reason why I say we shouldn't appease or even budge an inch is because my path through life has guided me to start reading a book called The 48 Laws of Power. And Law 15 strictly states, crush your enemy totally. All great leaders since Moses have been known that a feared enemy must be crushed completely. Sometimes they have learned this the hard way. If one ember is left alight, no matter how dimly it smolders, a fire will eventually break out. More is lost through stopping halfway than through total annihilation. The enemy will recover and will seek revenge. Crush him, not only in body, but in spirit. And this is what we're up against when it comes to the Democrats if we don't crush them completely. Okay, so we won 7 of the 8 last special elections. We got the Senate, the Congress, the Supreme Court, the presidency, most of the governors. And on top of that, we have today's tax bill that has passed. We have them up against the ropes. We must crush them totally, or this is our fate. And another law, which will be a main key to making America great again. Law 9, win through your actions, never through argument. As we see the left, they push many arguments, never really any real action, which is beneficial to us because they stop at words, they're lazy, but we know how to win. Anyways, any momentary triumph you think you have gained through argument is really a Pyrrhic victory. The resentment and ill will you will stir up is stronger and lasts longer than any momentary change of opinion. It is much more powerful to get others to agree with you through your actions without saying a word. Demonstrate, do not explicate. Now, the more I study this book, the more I realize that I think Trump has read this. Because look at what he's done. Win through your actions, never through argument. What is Trump doing? Well, he's raised the GDP at least 3.5%. Would have been a lot higher without those massive hurricanes, but even with the massive loss, 3.5 GDP growth, over 2 million jobs. He's winning through actions, not through argument. That will be our sword. And a little bit more here from the Associated Press. Breaking: Senate narrowly okays near $1.5 trillion tax bill, pushing President Trump and the GOP close to the year's biggest legislative win. And what a win it was. Magnificent. And then, of course, we have our victorious Vice President, Pence, on the phone, probably reveling in this great victory. Now, for anyone who actually watched the vote, there were several amendments that got voted on before the tax vote took place. But I suppose this would probably be the other big one, the other great victory, that Pence breaks tie on 529 Plan's amendment. The amendment will allow 529 savings plan to be used for the public, private, and religious elementary and secondary schools and homeschool students. And where would we be without a direct response from the man himself, our champion, Donald J. Trump? Breaking: President Trump tweets on Senate passing the GOP tax bill. What a night. We are one step closer to delivering massive tax cuts for working families across America. Special thanks to Senator Mitch McConnell and Chairman Senator Orrin Hatch for shepherding our bill through the Senate. Look forward to signing a final bill before Christmas. And so do we, Mr. Trump. So do we. Let's take a look at this video here.
Got a chance to do it one more time. Orrin?
I wish you hadn't mentioned I was there the last time. Well, this is a great achievement. It's something that literally will help millions and millions of young people in our society as a whole. I'm just very grateful to all these folks back here who made this possible, and who worked so hard to make sure that we pass this bill. It's a great achievement, and I'm grateful to everybody here.
Now, I actually really wanted to thank President Trump for everything that he's done for America so far. Luckily, on the Alex Jones show, the announcer from Coast to Coast, I'm trying to remember his name, George Norrie, I think it is, he created this website to thank President Trump, just as I wanted to, which was, I found that fascinating. But anyways, thank President Trump for his first year accomplishments. Let's take a look at this video first.
That's why I defied the special interests and followed through on my pledge to withdraw immediately from the Trans-Pacific Partnership. The United States will withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord. As President of the United States, I will always put America first. Just like you, as the leaders of your countries, will always and should always put your countries first.
isn't that touching and incredible? Guaranteed they wouldn't talk about any of that on the MSM, and guaranteed none of you have seen it, but you're seeing it here, aren't you? It's because we represent the truth and the light. Thank President Trump for his first-year accomplishments. So, as you can tell, so you choose and send one of your favorite cards. I heard they're adding even more cards at some point, but looks like this one's the most popular. The one I picked was, "We are proof that God answers the prayers of his children," which I found very relevant, and from a personal perspective, very true. But essentially, that's all you do. I'll put the link down in the bottom for the 48 Laws of Power and this card, but essentially you just click on a card and you personalize it. And George Norrie came out and openly discussed how the White House is aware of these cards being sent to him. So if you do send out a card, there's a fairly good chance someone within the campaign, or even Trump himself perhaps, will see it. So don't be shy. And like I was showing, 12,779 thank you cards have been sent already. This number goes up quite quickly. But there it is there. And in closing, I will end in the Lord's Prayer. O Lord, please allow us to use these 48 laws of power against our enemy, to crush the evil that would seek to destroy your creation and humanity along with it. Allow us to shut out the darkness, to walk in your light, and to never, ever give up. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. God bless Donald Trump. God bless all of you. And God bless the United States of America.